Welcome to another episode of Take Care Time, the Tales and Exhales of Caregivers. I am your host, Beverly Nance. As we reach the end of Autism Awareness Acceptance Month, it's important to reflect on what we've learned and how we can carry forward the spirit of understanding and support throughout the year. Today, we delve into a deeply personal and often hidden aspect of autism, caregiving. We explore the immense pressures and challenges faced by parents and the crucial need for comprehensive support systems. Let's continue to build awareness, foster acceptance, and push for actionable change in how we support autistic individuals and their families every day. You will not find this type of story on any Hallmark channel or on any network because it dwells into the raw, often unspoken realities that many families face daily. This episode aims to shine a light on the deep and complex emotions involved in caring for a child with autism. We're addressing difficult conversations about mental health struggles, the sense of isolation, and the immense responsibility that caregivers carry on their shoulders. It's about bringing to the forefront the stories that are typically left in the shadows, providing a platform for understanding and empathy that transcends the often idealized narratives presented in mainstream media. Before we begin today's episode, we want to acknowledge that the content may be particularly sensitive for some listeners as it discusses themes of mental health crisis, including thoughts of self-harm and suicide. Please consider whether this is the right time for you to listen to such content. If you or someone you know is struggling, we encourage seeking support from mental health professionals. Resources and contact information for help will be provided at the end of this episode. Your well-being is important, and we urge you to take care of your mental health as you join us today. It was a muggy July evening in 2014, the kind where the air felt thick enough to swim through. Inside Oakland Hospital, the atmosphere was just as oppressive, with the relentless buzz of activity and the undercurrent of urgency that always accompanied a late shift. Mia Flores glanced at the clock, just a few more hours to go. She rubbed her temples, feeling the onset of a headache that had been threatening all day. As Mia moved through her rounds, her thoughts were turbulent. Each interaction with patient and staff was mechanically precise, her training taking over when her focus wavered. But beneath the routine exchanges and clinical smiles, Mia's mind was elsewhere. It wandered back to her son Jamie, who had been more withdrawn lately, his smiles fewer and his frustrations and outbursts more frequent. Her heart ached for him. Was life always going to be this hard for him, she thought? Was he destined to never have a friend, to ever live on his own? Mia was tired and wanted out. She wanted a normal life. She wanted to sleep 8 hours. She wanted to enjoy normal friendships and enjoy normal career promotions. But here she was, stuck in the hospital, working nights, administering medications, checking vital signs, and plastering on a facade of composure. In the medication room, Mia's hands trembled as she prepared doses for her patients. The vials of sedatives, painkillers, and antidepressants lined up neatly on her cart, a stark reminder of her own growing dependence on stolen moments of peace from these very medications. As she pocketed a small vial of sedatives, a flash of shame surged through her. This wasn't her. This wasn't the nurse or the mother she wanted to be. But exhaustion, depression, and stress had eroded her resolve, and desperation whispered that it was the only way to make it. 3 months ago, Mia had begun secreting away small amounts of sedatives and painkillers from her patients' prescriptions. After the doctor's issuance, review, preparation, dispensing retrieval, and verification, and before the administration to the patient, Mia stole a small amount for herself. She documented and monitored as usual, and so far, so good. Mia always dreamed of being a nurse. She had a heart for service to others. and she knows exactly where her life took a turn for the worse for her. Mia's shift ended in a blur. She signed out, her mind foggy, her steps automatic. As she walked to her car, the night air felt like a slap in her face, jolting her back to reality. She paused, leaning against her car as the stolen vials pressed against her thigh in her pocket. She opened her trunk and hid the vials in the wheel well with the rest of the vials that she had been stealing for 3 months. In that quiet parking garage, under the faint glow of the lights, Mia pondered the decision that she made 3 months ago. Mia dialed her husband Ken, her voice steadier than she felt. "I need to tell you something important when I get home," Mia said. "Mia, I can't talk to you right now." "Are you on your way? Jamie is having another breakdown." Mia could hear Jamie in the background. Mia's heart was heavy as she sat in her car, the engine idling softly in the background. She held her phone to her ear, and immediately she heard the sounds she had been dreading all day, the unmistakable cacophony of Jamie's distress echoing through her ears. "Hey, Mia, are you there? Are you on your way?" Ken's voice was tense, frayed at the edges from managing the situation alone. "I can hear him," Mia cut in, her voice a whisper, a mix of worry and weariness. "What happened this time?" Ken sighed, the sound heavy and defeated. "He had a meltdown right after school. It's been rough, Mia. He wouldn't calm down, not with the usual routines. I've tried everything." Mia listened, her gaze fixed on the dashboard, imagining Jamie's frustrated tears, his sense of overwhelming confusion that she knew all too well, but felt powerless to soothe from afar. Any small change to his normal routine and Jamie fell apart, which means all of us fall apart. Jamie is nonverbal, so he can't tell us what is wrong. There was a pause, and Mia felt the weight of the next words like a physical burden. "Ken, I don't know if I can come home tonight." The admission felt like a betrayal, her role as a mother warring with exhaustion and despair that clawed at her insides. "Mia, what do you mean?" Ken's confusion was palpable. "We need you. Jamie needs you." Tears stung Mia's eyes, blurring the parking lot lights into halos of soft gold. "I know, it's killing me, but I'm not okay, Ken. I'm really not." She confessed, the truth spilling out in a rush. "If I come home now, in this state, I won't be the help that you and Jamie need. I might make things worse." Ken was silent for a moment, processing her words. "What are you saying, Mia? Talk to me." I've been struggling, Ken. More than you know. It's gotten bad. I've been taking medications just to get through the day." The confession was a relief and a new kind of pain all at once. Ken's voice softened. Oh, Mia, why didn't you say something sooner?" "Because I'm supposed to be the strong one," Mia replied, a sob catching in her throat. "But I can't do it anymore. We need help, Ken. I need help. But there is no help." "It wasn't supposed to be this way. I'm just so tired. I'm tired of going without sleep. I'm tired of having to work nights. I'm just tired of everything. I just need a break," she confessed the truth, spilling out in a rush. Ken was silent for a moment, processing her words. "What are you saying? Talk to me." "Okay, what do you want to do?" "You want to spend the night at your mom's?" Mia sobbing. "Yes, I can't do this tonight. I'm tired." "Okay, Mia, we'll manage tonight. Call me when you get there so I know that you made it. Okay?" Mia hung up, her decision made. Mia exits the parking garage and heads north. She passes the library where she and Ken met. Seeing the library, she is drawn into the day that she first met Ken Flores. Mia Carter Garcia was always drawn to the quiet solace of libraries. As a nursing student at UC Berkeley, she spent countless hours nestled among the books, her studies often veering towards holistic health practices. It was during one of these serene afternoons that her path crossed with Ken Flores in a manner neither of them had predicted. Ken, at the time, was an entrepreneurial spirit hustling through his business degree, always on the lookout for new ventures and opportunities. That particular day, he ventured into the library, seeking a quiet corner to refine his latest business plan, a concept revolving around eco-friendly transportation solutions, a fleet of electric trucks for local businesses aiming to reduce their carbon footprint. Their meeting was a result of a simple mix-up. Ken, absorbed in his spreadsheets and projections, accidentally gathered some of Mia's papers along with his own during a moment of absent-mindedness. When he later opened his folder at a nearby cafe, he realized the mistake. Among his business analyses were detailed notes on the benefits of aromatherapy and stress reduction. Clearly not part of his domain. Amused and intrigued, Ken returned to the library, hoping to find the owner. Spotting Mia clearly in distress searching for her disheveled notes, Ken approached, papers in hand, with a sheepish grin. "You looking for these?" Ken's voice broke through Mia's growing anxiety, surprised and relieved. Mia looked up to see a stranger extending her lost notes. Gratitude quickly turned into conversation as Mia thanked him, and they began to chat about their respective fields of study. Their initial exchange sparked a connection that soon deepened through shared interests in sustainability and wellness. Ken was fascinated by Mia's passion for holistic health, a concept he considered for his future employees' wellness programs. Mia, in turn, appreciated Ken's innovative approach to business and his commitment to environmental sustainability. As their years at the university unfolded, Mia and Ken found themselves collaborating on various projects. Blending their expertise, Mia introduced wellness programs into Ken's business plans, while Ken helped Mia understand the business aspect of healthcare. Their partnership flourished, both professionally and personally. By the time they graduated, they were not just business collaborators, but life partners. Their relationship rooted in mutual respect and shared visions. After graduation, Ken launched his eco-friendly truck fleet, with Mia developing an on-site wellness program for the company's drivers. They married, committed not only to each other, but to their shared goal of making a positive impact on the world. Their journey wasn't just a love story. It was a partnership that builds bridges between health and business, proving that when the right people come together, they can create something truly transformative. A couple of years after they married, Jamie was born, 7 pounds and 1 ounce. The early months of Jamie's life were filled with typical challenges on new parenthood, sleepless nights, and endless diapers, but also moments of profound love and connection. However, as Jamie grew, Mia and Ken began to notice that his development was not following the typical patterns. Jamie didn't respond to his name, avoided eye contact, and seemed unusually disturbed by loud noises and busy environments. By the time Jamie was 2, the concerns that Mia and Ken harbored could no longer be dismissed. After several consultations and assessments with pediatric specialists, Jamie was diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder. This diagnosis came as a shock, yet it also provided a framework for understanding Jamie's unique needs and behaviors. The diagnosis marked a significant turning point for Mia and Ken. It brought clarity, but it also brought a new set of challenges and responsibilities that they had not anticipated. The dreams that they had harbored for their son had to be adjusted to fit his needs and potential. Determined to provide Jamie with the best support and opportunities, Mia and Ken dove into learning everything they could about autism. They attended workshops, joined support groups, and adapted their home to be more accommodating to Jamie's sensory sensitivities. Mia, with her background in nursing and holistic health, researched therapies that could complement Jamie's prescribed treatments, integrating techniques like aromatherapy and structured play into his daily routine. As years passed, the challenges of raising a child with autism did not diminish, but Mia and Ken's ability to handle them grew. They learned to celebrate Jamie's small victories, a new word, a moment of connection, a successful adaptation to a slight change in his routine. Each achievement was a testament to Jamie's resilience and to their own. Ken's business provided the flexibility needed to attend Jamie's appointments and therapies, and Mia's night shift work at the hospital kept her at the forefront of emerging healthcare strategies that could benefit Jamie. Their home became a hub of warmth and understanding, a place where Jamie could feel safe and loved. However, Jamie's autism resources only grew less as he grew older. Jamie was now having seizures and aggressive behavior. He has to be locked in the house to prevent him from leaving at night. He pulls out his hair. He destroys his bedroom. There's a padlock on the refrigerator. He has outgrown Mia, and she cannot handle him without putting herself in harm's way. He doesn't sleep regularly, and he is prone to leaving school if not watched. A car honks his horn and brings Mia out of her thoughts. She continues to pass the library and heads to a hotel. Join us next week on Take Care Time, the tales and exhales of caregivers, as we explore the aftermath of Mia's night away. We'll delve into the crucial role of self-care for caregivers and often unspoken challenges they face and the impact of these pressures on family dynamics. We'll also hear from experts on strategies for managing caregiver stress and the importance of community support. Don't miss this important continuation of our series as we shed light on the realities many caregivers face and the pathways to resilience and recovery. If you or someone you know is experiencing thoughts of suicide, it is crucial to seek help immediately. We recommend the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. Their website is suicidepreventionlifeline.org. This lifeline provides 24/7 free and confidential support for people in distress, as well as prevention and crisis resources for you and your loved ones. For those of you who are outside the United States, please reach out to your local mental health services or crisis hotlines. Immediate help is vital and available. Are you interested in learning more about autism? Here are some facts. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC, reports that approximately 1 in 36 children in the United States were identified with autism spectrum disorder according to their 2020 data. Most children are still being diagnosed after age 4, although ASD can be diagnosed as early as age 2. Early diagnosis and prevention are critical and can significantly improve outcomes. ASD, autism spectrum disorder, is about 4 times more common among boys than among girls. This disparity has been consistent in various studies and reports over the years. Families with children with ASD on average incur significantly higher medical expenses compared to families without. Additionally, there are substantial costs associated with special education and care needed for individuals with autism. It is common for children and adults with ASD to have co-occurring conditions such as ADHD, anxiety disorder, epilepsy, or depression, which can complicate diagnosis and treatment. Diagnosis rates and access to services can vary significantly across different racial and ethnic groups, with concerns about underdiagnosis or later diagnosis in some communities, potentially due to disparities in access to healthcare services or cultural biases. These statistics are based on the most recent data available from the CDC and other health institutions, reflecting the prevalence and characteristics of autism to help inform policies, interventions, and supports. Please note that this episode features reenactments and dramatized details. While in most cases, the exact verbatim dialogue may not be known, all dramatizations are grounded in research. To respect the privacy and confidentiality of individuals involved, names and some identifying details have been changed. Do you have an interesting caregiver story that you would like to have told? Please email us at podcast@takecaretime.com. We would love to hear from you. During life storms, finding a moment to pause can feel like a distant dream. This is why we created the Take Care Time Respite Box, designed specifically for caregivers who give so much of themselves every day. Each Take Care Time Respite Box is filled with curated items to soothe, uplift, and reinvigorate. From aromatic stress relief candles and luxurious bath salts to herbal teas and a custom journal for your thoughts, every element is chosen with care and intention. Subscribe today and give yourself or a caregiver you know the gift of a well-deserved break, because taking care of others begins with taking care of yourself. Visit takecaretime.com to order your Take Care Time Respite Box, because everyone deserves a moment to breathe. Until next week, take care.